still moves. Red Bull car? Wow. I see a Red Bull car every day. Alright, we'll slot in right here next to this Revuelto. Love to shoot one of these soon. I drove one very briefly, did not shoot it at all though. Grab that coffee. Coffee in hand. Let's get back on the road now. Put it back in sport. Yeah, I prefer the sport dynamic setting to the Maybach dynamic setting driving. It's like I said at the beginning of the video, you don't really sacrifice any ride quality or comfort, but the car is much more responsive and nicer to drive in my opinion. Although if you're in the back seat with champagne, different story. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're in the Maybach S580, courtesy of my friends over at Monza Exotics, and we're going to be going for a nice little PCH cruise and coffee run. So let's go ahead and get on the road. All right, let's get on the road here. Perfect day out. And I will try to keep that commentary at a minimum so you can enjoy the ride. Go ahead and change that dynamic drive mode also over to sport. You have the ability to put it in the Maybach mode, which makes the suspension much more plush, which if I were in the back seat getting chauffeured, I would definitely want it in that mode, but behind the wheel, I think it is definitely best in sport. Ups the responsiveness quite a bit. And you don't really sacrifice any of the ride quality either. First video on this car though, the S580. Have quite a few videos with the Maybach GLS 600, the SUV Maybach. I'll link them in this video too to check out if you have not already. This is nuts though. This thing's got carbon trim, which I think is a little bit weird in a Maybach, if I'm being honest. Wouldn't be my first choice. Similar to the Rolls-Royce black badges with the carbon, I think it's just kind of weird in a ultra luxury vehicle. I get they're kind of most likely trying to target a younger demographic to rejuvenate both the brands of Rolls-Royce and Maybach. But I don't know. I can't say it fits very well in this car. Now the S63, S65, absolutely, but I don't know. Carbon fiber in a Maybach's a little bit weird. It doesn't look bad, but it's just not very Maybach. Nonetheless, very cool car though. She still moves. Same as the GLS though, I could do without all the screens and tech. I mean, you literally have to use this screen to do anything with the car, which gets very annoying, even when it comes down to using the AC. Hate that, but other than that, it's solid. And let me know in the comments what you guys would rather have, the S580 or the GLS 600. I think I'd probably go with the S580. I don't know. If I were to do an SUV, I'd rather have a Cullinan. see that damn lane assist, I swear. All new cars, it's terrible, but Mercedes hands down has the worst lane assist in the game. This is the most intrusive, ridiculous addition. All the tech is, to be honest. That's why I love the 997 so much. Literally nothing. Yeah, Mercedes is fumbling pretty badly. Like, look at this new E450. Looks horrendous. No urgency. A little Cullinan, covered up by a Cybertruck, of course. Not sure if the camera really picks up the depth of it, but these the newer Maybachs have this kind of holographic 3D effect on the display. It's pretty cool. I don't know, you might be able to pick it up in the camera, but you definitely notice it in person. And then got these Burmester sound system. Always sounds phenomenal. A Red Bull car? Wow. You don't see a Red Bull car every day. Alright, we'll slot in right here next to this Revuelto. Love to shoot one of these soon. I drove one very briefly, did not shoot it at all though. Let's grab that coffee. Coffee in hand. Alright, let's get back on the road now. Put it back in sport. Yeah, I prefer the sport dynamic setting to the Maybach dynamic setting driving. It's like I said at the beginning of the video, you don't really sacrifice any ride quality or comfort, but the car is much more responsive and nicer to drive in my opinion. Although if you're in the back seat with champagne, different story. Yeah, the responsiveness in Sport is so noticeable. It's so weird. These seats have, it's kind of cool, but very weird at the same time. The seats have this like haptic vibration thing connected to the audio. So like you really feel the music. But same with your phone. So like when you're typing, texting, or like the lock screen, you can actually feel it in the seat and it like vibrates the seat. It's kind of a weird sensation. Sure, I'll do many more videos with this car, but start with a quick, easy one, little coffee run. Yeah, there's just too much tech in these cars, in my opinion. Like it's cool, it's innovative, but it's overboard to the point where it thinks it's helping you, but it's more distracting than anything. Again, with the whole, nothing drives me as crazy as like these big tablet screens where every function of the car is done on the touchscreen, which granted, to a certain extent, it has to be that way because of all the features in new cars. You would have as many buttons as a A380, you know, Airbus if you had a actual physical button for everything. So it makes sense in that standpoint, but still, I mean, like at least things like that you're always touching, like the volume button, which you have this little slider here, but it still sucks. But like volume, AC, those should be physical buttons. Like there's no reason to have them on a screen and you have to go through a menu if you want to change them, and it's too much. But yeah, if you're planning on having this car for 2, 3, 4 years maybe, or leasing it, that's ideal, or rent it from Monza, then it's the perfect experience. But I wouldn't want to be stuck owning this car for 5, 10 years. And again, I feel like these are going to just, well, even the last generation of Maybachs have dropped like crazy. You can get a 2018 Maybach Sedan for like 70 grand now. I think these are going to drop even worse because of all the tech in them. Think when these cars are a decade old, 100,000 miles on them, just everything that's going to go wrong and need to be replaced from a technology standpoint. And all like hybrid batteries and stuff and all the cars now, it's just, yeah, the values are just going to plummet on these. But again, if you're just leasing or renting or don't plan on having it forever, then it's a nice, fun car. Catching that 4:30 p.m. traffic. It's a beautiful day out though. A little bit windy, but it could be worse. This is what I need to do a review and drive in. Sick V4 Street Fighter. It's a fun bike. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to bring us to the end of our video of a nice little coffee run in the Maybach S580. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we will see you in the next video.